Hi, Julia. I'm so excited to see you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, I am excited actually. I been looking forward to actually getting stuck in. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for meeting up.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to see how this goes for you, and I think you're going to be an absolutely fantastic consultant. So, what we're going to do today is just talk a little bit about your goals, make sure that you're set up properly, and kind of put some dates in for some of the steps that we've got coming up, so that you feel like you know what you're doing. You've got all of the information that you need, so that we can get through this training as smoothly and easily as possible, and really set you up for success. Because
Awesome.
what the system that we're teaching, we said this at the business, at our last chat at the business interview, and you're an independent contractor. So, but my role as a team leader is really to support you to get the most out of this, these 90 days and I know you said then that your goal was to earn your Thermomix in
Yeah.
full. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, so my role is really to support you in making sure that that happens. So
Great.
anything that you need throughout this process, just absolutely, I am always just a phone call away. So if you're feeling, overwhelmed, or if you're feeling that there's something you don't understand, just get in touch, because I would, I'd really like to help you get what you want out of this. So,
Oh, thank you.
yeah. Anyways, so I have got a PDF here that I have sent to you. Did you receive the email with just a little bit of four things we could fill out together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got it. I
awesome.
haven't filled it out yet,
No,
but have
perfect.
got it
That's what
there.
we're going to do together today. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
So before we start with that one, the other thing I want to make sure is just that have you received your welcome letter from
Yeah, I
Thermomix?
got a whole lot of
Yes.
emails actually.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, some about the Thermomix and some about this, and so
Yeah.
yeah, I've got them there, but I
Yeah. Perfect.
had a quick
Because you're
read,
getting
but
both some emails as a customer just to say, here's your
yeah.
Thermomix and kind of what to do with
Well,
this next
they were
steps for that.
actually quite good, those
Yeah.
ones. I like them.
They
It's
are
made me
great.
excited to actually get my
Absolutely.
machine. So,
Yeah.
but it's just a
And
lot.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, there is a lot. So there should be an email that says to welcome to your Thermomix consultancy as the
Yep.
subject. You've
Yep. I've
got that
got
one.
that one. Yep.
And you know, sometimes I get you to screen share, but let's just talk through that letter just so we know what's in there, so that I can make sure that you got it into the hub okay,
Yep.
and that kind of stuff. So if you grab that email, so at
Yep.
the top,
Got it there.
it's going to tell us, because we put your start date. We decided
Yep.
that we were going to go for the 5th of
The
May
fifth.
as
Yep.
your start date. So that should be in there. And you also have your consultant ID number.
Yeah.
Can you see that
Yeah.
one?
Do I need that for anything?
You might need that at some stage. Like, I will just save this email. This is kind of a great email to just put somewhere create a new folder with some Thermomix stuff, and
Yeah, I
I'll
thought
just,
I might actually do that. Put all my Thermomix stuff in a folder.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea to kind of keep that separate. And then, so the end date, can you tell me what the end date is of your 90 days?
It is the fifth. The 5th of August.
Yeah, excellent. That's awesome. So that is a really important date for us to make sure that we kind of put it in your calendar as with big red letters. That's the end of your 90 days, because we want to make sure that we get your 4 sales that we're gonna,
Yeah.
work together before that date. Because if your 4 sale comes the day after, then that doesn't give you the discount on your machine.
Doesn't
So I
count.
just want to
Oh
make sure
well.
we're
Okay. All
very
right.
clear on that date. Yes,
Yeah,
awesome.
that's good to know. Thanks.
Yes. And then if you scroll down a little bit further, you should have an login to the hub.
Yeah, I
Have you
did
tried
actually
logging
just
in?
click on it when it came in,
Yeah,
and
perfect.
the hub did pop up. I haven't gone anywhere in there, but it did let me in.
Amazing. So then I just want you to go and set up that password. You might just do that now if you haven't done it
Yep.
already,
Yep.
just so that that is set up and sorted.
Oh yeah, I might just use my usual password, so I
Yeah,
remember that.
excellent.
Okay, that's
Awesome.
done.
So then that's set up. Great. So then what we're going to do, so the first step you might remember is doing some Mix Academy modules. So this is just some
Mm.
compulsory learning just to make sure you're compliant as a direct sales consultant. And then
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
great little videos on how to get kind of started. So if we could have them done, um, when do you think it would be feasible for you to get that done over the next?
What's the date today?
Takes about
Wednesday.
an
I,
hour and
I
a
like
half to
just
two
getting
hours.
things. done. I might try and get them done by the end of the weekend so I can
Yeah,
start Monday, kids are back at school and actually have them done. That would be quite good
awesome.
if I
That would be
can.
fantastic. That would work
Mm.
great for us. So now, if you're in the hub, are you on that first hub? Welcome
Yeah, I
to the hub.
am.
Yep,
Yep,
perfect. So then, if you go up and click on more,
yep,
and then the Mix Academy,
yep,
perfect. And then it will pop up a new window or a new tab. And
yep.
then I want you to click on required learning.
Required
Oh, actually,
learning.
first it's going to ask you a couple of questions. You did need to just fill in like an area that you're interested in and just kind of, you can upload a
Oh,
selfie, but
yeah.
we can maybe do that later. So just click through those. I think there is maybe 3 screens.
Yep.
And then required learning, that you'll find your New Zealand consultant onboarding in there.
Okay. And if do I have to do them all at once
No.
or
So you can just do one at a time. So whenever they take
yeah,
about 10-15 minutes each, there's maybe
yeah.
a couple that are a little bit longer, but so you can absolutely just chip away. It's about 10 of them. And then
Okay.
when you've gone in and you click launch on that module,
Yeah.
and yeah, so then you will just see them. And then whenever you leave, you can come back to exactly the same
Come back
point.
into required
Yeah.
learning.
Just make sure
Okay.
when you're doing each module, when you're getting to the bottom, just make sure you're kind of going through the whole module until it says you can exit this window, just so
Okay.
that it kind of the system clicks in that you've kind of done that, and then you exit out on the X at the top on there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's amazing. So that's great. So that's kind of that email. So make sure you've just read through that whole email. There's a little bit more information in there, but that's kind of the most important that we need just for now.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. So let's then move on to this PDF, and I might actually share my screen so that we both can see what we are looking at.
That
So we
would be
can get
great.
some dates in and just write some things down and make sure that we are hitting kind of the ground running. Can you see this? Can you see my screen okay?
Oh, it's come up now. Yep,
Yeah,
perfect.
Awesome. All right. So then we can pop in. Have you got this one printed by any chance?
I haven't printed it out yet.
Yeah,
No.
okay. So then you can just make a little wee note or write this on a piece of paper and fill
Yep.
it in once you can get this one printed, because it's just really nice when we have it all printed and in one place. So
Yeah,
your
great.
90-day start date, do you remember what date that was?
Yeah, it was the 5th of May.
Yeah, perfect. And then, so you've got in your welcome email, you will also have your team leader's name, which is mine. So you'll
Yep.
have my
Yep.
name and my phone number in there. So you're
Yep. I've got
welcome
you
to give me,
saved.
yeah, you got that saved. Perfect. So feel free to give me a ring if there is anything that's not working, or, as I said, I really would love to help you get started, right? So you're more than welcome to use my phone number if you have any questions.
Yep.
And have you popped in your goal for your 90-day, is that still the 4 sales, or have you changed that goal in any way since
Um,
that the other day?
yeah, look, I definitely want to get my Thermomix free. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to actually prove to my husband that I can do that as well.
Yeah.
But I would love to do 6 would be my real goal because I
Yeah.
would love a bit of cash on top. But I
If
would
you
be
need,
happy with 4.
yeah, perfect. So should we pop down 6 in this sheet then, so that that is our
Yeah,
our stretch goal. It's never anything
yeah,
wrong with stretching for a little bit more, because I
yeah.
absolutely think you're capable of doing that. So do you remember how many demos we think we might need to do if you would like to get 6 sales?
Oh, I think we said, was it about 8 or 10 or so to do
Yeah.
4 sales?
Yeah. So as a new consultant, we tend to do 1 sale per 2 demos that we do. So if we want to get 6 sales over the 90 days, then we're looking at around about 12 demos.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So, and then if you split that out over those 3 months, then kind of once we break it down, how many demos is that each month?
Guess it would be like 4 a month, would it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't sound so bad. Yeah.
No, it isn't. And absolutely you can, and it's really
How
nice
long
when
are the demos again?
so they're about, I would say about 2 hours.
Okay.
Roundabout
Yeah.
for a demo. So you can do them in 90 minutes, but I think as a new consultant, it tends to take around about that 2-hour mark
Yeah.
to
Okay,
do a
cool.
demo. Yeah, super nice. And then have you kind of thought about when you would like to do these demos? What kind of, is it during the weekends or during the week?
Yeah, I thought I've got quite a lot of friends in that who often have Fridays off, so
Yeah,
I thought I might try and do a few Friday lunchtime ones when I can.
that's fabulous.
Um, yeah, and then look, Saturdays I'd rather not because the kids do all their sports and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and I just want to have a day, to me kind of thing. But I'd be open to doing a few Sunday ones. Not,
yeah,
definitely not every Sunday, but if it was one Sunday a month or something, it's
yeah.
fine. And
Perfect.
maybe a weeknight one when my husband's home and can look after the kids.
Yeah. That sounds fabulous. So, there's actually going to be a module on your open for business, and it's really good to sit down and just kind of map out the next 3 months and figure out actually
Yeah.
when are you free, so that because we don't want Thermomix you feeling like Thermomix takes over your life, because this is something you might actually just need to put 4 to 5 hours a week into, and that will actually end up with you getting a free Thermomix and maybe some cash on top.
Yeah.
So what would it mean for you if we say that we end up with your 6 sales? So you will get your Thermomix paid off, and then you ending up with about $500 extra. What would that mean for you if we got there over these 90 days?
Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, the thought of you know how much I want that Thermomix and I just actually want to prove to my family I can do it as well. So yeah, that
Yeah.
would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you did prove to your family that you could do this and even get a little bit of extra cash for the family, what would that mean for you?
Um, I don't know. Maybe, just think that I can set a goal and go and do something. Like I like to be
Yeah.
able to show my kids I can do that kind of thing. So that would
Yeah.
be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And what kind of is there a particular feeling that comes to mind that will kind of you would feel after that?
Um, I guess I feel proud. Like I like to be able to set a goal and do it and
Mm.
actually kind of own it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
I can
And
do
I
it.
know that you can do this as well. I think you're going to be a beautiful consultant, and there's going to be lots of lucky new customers out, as you know, because you made this powerful decision to step into something new and be brave. So I'm super
Yeah,
excited for you.
thanks.
Nice. All right. So we can already take some things off this list that we've already done and dusted. So you've already signed your terms and conditions
Yep.
and set up your hub profile. And so
Yep.
the next thing for you to do is to add in your tax code and your bank account, just so that we know where to pay you, and make sure
Yep.
that you've got your withholding tax level set up in there.
Yeah. Kate mentioned something about that to me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that's the last thing. So that we're almost done with that. So do you think maybe we could tick that off after
Yeah,
this
I'll
call,
get on and
maybe?
do that after this. Then
Yeah.
it's just done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
always
found
so
my,
nice, isn't it, when you get to tick something off your
yeah.
list?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Love doing it.
So the next thing we would love for you to do is to observe a demo, and it could be like I'm more than happy. And I know Kate was saying that actually she was happy to come and do your delivery, like, and she could do it as a demo, or
Yeah.
if you wanted to do it one-on-one. But I would highly recommend getting a couple of people there and get her to do another demo, because she's the person who has sold you your Thermomix, and she will support you in making sure you fall in love with your Thermomix and know how to use it. And then I will be in charge of making sure that you know how to deliver a demo and do your training and support you as a new consultant in our team. So
Yeah.
have you guys chatted about what kind of that
Yeah, Kate
delivery?
did mention that should be keen to, help me get up and running with it. And yeah, you're right. It does make sense to have a couple of friends there because, maybe Kate can help me sell to one of them or something.
And it's really, that's the beautiful thing with this business. It's a win-win-win. If we do that, then that's good for
Mm.
Kate and it's good for you, and it's good for everyone. So absolutely get a couple, and you watch that demo a bit differently when you're wearing your consultant hat on, that you're actually
Yeah, I can
wanting to do
imagine.
that. So I can send you a form where you can kind of, just for you to observe it with the kind of different eyes and look at how does she do a demo, because she does a beautiful demo,
Yeah,
and
her
just
demo
so
was
that you kind
awesome.
of can learn from some of the things that she's doing really well. Awesome.
Awesome.
So with your Mix Academy modules, just pop in Sunday, which is
Sunday.
because you could maybe get
Is
that
it
done
the
this week, which is like
19th or
the,
something? Yeah.
yeah, 19th. So let's pop that in as a date for you there. And
Yep.
our booking and host workshops that's run by our BDMs. The
Hmm.
next one we've got is on Wednesday next week. and it is
Yep.
11 till 1, so it might work well for you
Yeah, actually, that would be
with
good.
the
That
kids. Yeah,
time's
and
fine.
rather do it
Kids
during
are
the
back at
day.
school then, so that works.
Yeah, perfect. So that is, I'll share the Zoom number with you for actually for Meta, who's running that workshop. Our BDM, yep. Okay,
And so do
so
I just log in? Do I have to do anything else or?
you, as long as you've done the Mix Academy modules before that would be great, because there's some of the things, some of the concepts you'll get introduced there that we'll talk a little bit more into this workshop. But the workshop is really to set you up for having the first conversations around those first bookings. And there's a few really good concepts. So it's a great workshop to be on. And just there'll be all the new consultants around New Zealand will be on that course. So there'll be, it's a great workshop to be on. So make sure you jump on that one. It would be great to get that done kind of next week, because that's perfect timing in terms of your training as well. So I'm stoked that you can make that one.
Yeah.
Then the next step after that is having these conversations that you're going to learn how to have in that workshop, and then getting those first 3 demos in, because we really want to have 3 out of our demos booked before your start date, because that is how we set you up for success. So that, and ideally we want that first demo to align either around about the 5th, around your start date. It might be a little bit before or a little bit after, that's fine. If you find that you're getting your first demo booked, say, even in next week, which is fine, then we can just move your start date to the 25th if you've got, the training done by then.
All right, I'll have some chats and see what works for
Yeah,
people.
and feel free, if you're finding that you've got, if you're having a conversation and it doesn't, either if it goes really well, let me know, or if it doesn't go well, let me know, because, that this is my job to help you get through any objections and just give you some good ideas of maybe what you could have, said instead, or that kind of thing. So I'm really keen to help you, and I'm going to give you a call after this workshop that we're doing, the booking and host workshop, and just see kind of what you learned and how that relates to the people that you've kind of got in mind to talk to around.
When will my Thermomix arrive? Because I feel like I need to, get my hands on and get familiar with that before I can even do any of that.
Yeah, it should come in, not because I believe that you accepted that order yesterday.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
After you signed your terms and conditions. So kind of, it will, what do we have today? It's a Wednesday today. So I would say it would arrive early next week.
Okay.
So we cannot count on maybe 7 working days.
Okay.
Currently. I think we guarantee 10 working days, but they are pretty good at sending them out. So my guess would be that you will have it around about mid next week.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. But there might be, if there is anything else, I'll maybe check whether that is the current situation, because it can change a little bit with times. But they come from Auckland, so they're pretty good at sending them out. So then the last step in your training before your start date is for us to do a practical training session. And this is great. So this is a time when we get together for 3 hours, those new consultants in our team, and we will really practice the cooking and making sure that you're feeling confident about having those first demos. We'll cover everything that is to do with in our cooking experience and how to execute them really well. I'm not going to tell you anything about that now, because that we'll just do that at a later date. I'm looking at doing this for all our new starters that are starting in early May on Sunday. We're going to look at Sunday the 3rd of May.
Okay.
In the afternoon. Is that something that could work for you?
Most likely. I'm just waiting to hear about one of the kids' sport competitions, but it's possibly okay. What if I can't do it?
Then we will find a different solution, but it would be amazing. I'm just trying, because we've got 3 people starting in the team, so I'll check in with them as well. So if there is any, just let me know as soon as possible if you could. If that doesn't work, because then we'll try and work in with something different around that. We do have some recorded resources that we can use as well, but it is a very important part of setting you up for success. So if it is at all possible to make that work, that would be absolutely fabulous.
I'll try.
Yeah, perfect. And then the last thing is that we are going to do I'm going to come and do your launch demo, which is really exciting. And I'll come and do that first demo with you. And you get to decide whether you want me to run it or if you run it and I'll just be your sidekick. This is kind of a really fun occasion where we bring those close to you in to celebrate that you're starting as a consultant, and hopefully we can get, a sale. I would love for us to get a sale on that first demo together. So, but I'll be there right beside you and helping you execute that first demo. So how does this sound? And now we've got some dates lined up.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
No, that does seem a lot clearer now. So
yeah, perfect. And if anything changes, just let me know and we'll kind of work around that. And just so my goal really is for you to get that sale in your first 30 days when you're starting, just to build some confidence for you, feeling like we've got that first sale done and dusted. So if it is at all possible, I highly recommend trying to front load a few demos in kind of early on in your 30 days, just so that you kind of feel both it's great in terms of getting to practice. So if you get a few demos done early on in your time as a consultant, then you kind of can build on that skill a bit quicker. Whereas if you wait another 3 weeks before you do your next demo, sometimes it can feel a bit like you're starting over. So if it is possible, but you know, depending on your schedule and how that kind of works, but the more demos we can get in, the earlier, the better you're going to be in terms of how we're seeing our consultants succeed. And when you do that first sale in your first 30 days, currently you will get a $100 grocery voucher.
That's right.
Yeah, so I would love to help you get that. And then you also get one of our fabulous success planners or just a Thermomix diary. That is great to help plan your business. So that is my goal for you, to help you with that. And so I will give you, next time we'll talk is actually after, if I don't hear from you before, I'll give you a call on Thursday after your booking and host workshop.
Oh, okay. Yep, that'd be great.
Is there any other questions? Yeah, is there any other questions that you have that you wanted to kind of talk through, or do you feel like you know what the next few steps are?
Yeah, I just can't wait to actually get my machine and get cooking and that with that.
It is super exciting.
Yeah, but no,
do you know what you're going to start cooking first?
Oh, do you know what? Like I've heard from people that it just makes the best risotto. So I want to make a risotto first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you got any recommendations on which one?
Yeah, I do. I have lots of recommendations. But one thing that I actually think is a really nice way to is to try and weave in some of those demo recipes into your kind of first few weeks with cooking as well, to just kind of have tested out them, because then that will kind of give you a bit of a head start as well. And it's not that many of them. There's about 5 of them. So I can send you a research. You can actually find it in Unleashed, but I'll go through Unleashed with you maybe next time we chat. So I'll just flick you an email with that resource so that you have those recipes there and ready. And maybe I'll get Kate to help you when she comes and does your delivery, to set up some of those great recipes that are good for you to have to start off with.
Awesome.
Does that sound all right?
Exciting. Yeah.
I am super excited for you, Julia. I think you are going to be an absolutely fantastic consultant, and I'm excited to get you earning your Thermomix. And again, if you need anything, I'm here. My job is to support you, and I wish you all of the best success. So let me know if there's anything that you need or anything you're struggling with between now and next time we chat.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks so much, Mita.
Amazing. No worries.
Bye.
Bye.